Look at the battle for second place right now. As you can see, Benedetto, and Keselowski gets into Justin Allgaier and turns him.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, he did get in the back of him, but I'm not sure if it was more of him coming down the racetrack trying to protect the position.
Tell you what, Justin's racing for 5th in the points right now. He does need to get himself back in these problems. This wasn't his problem, but now this team's got to be careful, be smart, keep him up in the clean air so he doesn't get this point problem that happened to the guy racing him last week, Steve Wallace. He don't want that to happen to him again.
Our third caution here on lap number 39 of 250. What's amazing is we were worried about the double file restarts. We're making the double file restarts fine. We're getting a few laps into these runs, and that's where the problem is. What do you think?
Well, you know, the spotter probably said a little hole behind the 20 car, and once that 20 car clears you, you want to get to the bottom. He turned down into the 88 more than the 88 hit him.
And it looked like Brad Keselowski really had a lot of speed getting down to the turn one. And look at him checking up behind you.
Well, anytime, Rusty, you want to try to fill that hole. If you, I mean, that's one thing you learn as a race car driver. When that guy in front of you makes a hole, you fill that hole, and that's what Brad was trying to do.
And you notice Richard Boswell almost got caught up in this as well. He managed to get stopped, but it cost him quite a few positions. Here we go again.
It actually looks like Brad's car's got some damage after I saw him hit that on the right front fender. That might affect that number 88 car a little bit. We'll have to check into that later.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, here comes side-by-side action. The 88 on the high side of Brad Keselowski as he is trying to get it underneath and around, or around on the high side of the 11. And boy, Kyle Busch is right there, and Bliss is not giving him any room.
Now, you just got to believe when Bliss gets a little time on those tires, let those air pressures come up, they get right back like he was and start checking out again.
Oh, no! Oh. Keselowski gets into the back of Bliss, sends him up the track. He makes a nice save, but he loses about 5 spots.
He's just spotting the field. He'll be fine.
Keselowski side by side with Kyle going down the backstretch. Kyle trying to clear him now on the high side.
Well, Kyle Busch, he says, okay, you beat me on this start. I'm going to come back and get you, sucker.
You can guarantee that 11 car of Bliss is still thinking about that 88 car. Brad Keselowski trying to get to his bump and do a little payback. He's mad, man.
Yeah, Bliss is running in 7th right now, and Brad Keselowski is 3rd, so he's got 4 cars he's got to work through if he wants to get a piece of him.
Yeah, let's not forget about what happened. We saw the 88 just got in the backup, probably accidentally, but knocked Bliss way up the racetrack. He lost a lot of track position there, and now he's trying to get back through the field here.
Right there, taking a look underneath. Here is the battle as there he goes, Mike Bliss around Brad Keselowski, and he is Bliss now 3rd. No contact as he made the pass.
I do believe the 88 says, okay, go ahead. I didn't really mean to hit you, but usually, you know, drivers never mean to hit anybody, but we always kind of intend to.
Now, that was a good move on behalf of Brad Keselowski because he knew that Bliss had a bullseye on him.
Absolutely. 3 wide, going in there. Whoa!
Whoa! Carl gets tapped from behind. Look out, could get hit. He gets Allgaier and then gets tagged by another car that comes into the view there. I can't see the number because they're backlit from the sun. It is the 32 of Brian Eichler, the 29 of Stephen Light. Oh, and Matt DiBenedetto is also involved in this. You mentioned it, aggressive driving. We just saw it. Able to get refired, so he will not go a lap down, but now those tires are flat spotted.
Man, this is tough for the championship chase for Carl Edwards trying to run down Kyle Busch. That just put him 239 points behind Kyle right now as we're running. And what positions are in currently?
Eichler has the most damage. The nose got punched in on his race car. There you can see on the 32. Let's go back and take another look. Carl was 4th, and
it looks like Brad Keselowski gets in the back of the 60 car and spins him. And here they go. And Justin Allgaier gets a hunk of that, gets his right side door ripped off.
3rd time today that Brad has been involved with some kind of contact. There's going to be some people that want to talk to him, I think.
Yeah, pretty aggressive driving out of Brad right now. I mean, it's just, again, guys, let's get late in the race and this guy's up on the wheel and getting jacked up, but that was down the straightaway.
Car, guys.
Well, they had to get him back out because he would have gone a lap down.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like the rocker panel, the welds have busted loose on the right side of the door where it welds into the frame rail, and that's what fell out from underneath the car. Let's take a look at this again.
looked like Carl was trying to clear Kenny Wallace, heading to the bottom of the racetrack, and it's hard to drive when your back tire's roughed around.
Intensity, buddy.
Maybe he was bump drafting him, sort of like Talladega at the beginning of the year.
I think maybe Brad thought he could just keep pushing him and pushed him right around.
On board with Justin Allgaier. Let's listen. Oh! Can't see it. The glare, the sun.
Hard hit with Allgaier. And right now, Brad Keselowski's got the same amount of tires on his tires as Mike Bliss. And Keselowski's being awful aggressive out there. That's one thing Bliss has got to remember. They know they got a guy behind them that wants to win bad also. He wants that cash for that dash for cash.
Well, the two contenders for the points championship are right in front of each other. Keselowski in front of Kyle Busch. Our 12th caution is over.
88 looking to the inside.
Oh, you talk about aggressive. And he goes for it. He gets underneath, and now he's looking underneath for the race lead. And Busch is going to go follow him.
Oh,
boy, Bliss gets blocked out by the melee of everybody else slowing down. And boy, Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch take a huge advantage. Tony Raines is third, but he's under attack.
Unbelievable restart for Brad Keselowski. You could just feel that he was getting aggressive. He came through the gearbox and the start-finish line, pulled that thing down, and just dusted off Mike Bliss, and Bliss has got to be sick right now.
That's right. He did what Bliss should have done. That's what happened. When the guy, Annette, didn't go as good as he did, Keselowski did nothing wrong. He got a great start.
All right. We've talked about how, it's been an aggressive day for the 88 of Brad Keselowski. And here he is when he gets into contact with Justin Allgaier.
Well, there you go. And then with the 60, he just kind of lifts him up on a restart. 60 didn't get going.
And then this last restart, watch him there. He's inside of Bliss. Bliss tries, but can't slam the door on him. And then when Annette drifts up on those old tires, he says, "Thank you very much."
He did nothing. He wasn't aggressive. He just did what a race car driver does. And Bliss is kicking himself right now.
All right.